Welcome back to RT Share Tea, where respiratory therapists live out loud with me, Linda Fry, the asthma lady. Okay, and today we're talking about having good credit with coworkers and what I mean by that. Having good credit with coworkers. All right. So we're just gonna jump right into this. So we all know in the financial world what it means to have good credit. You want to buy a house, you want to buy a car, you want to buy anything. Good credit is more than having actually the money, because the money that you have right now is limited. Having good credit, you can buy whatever you want right now. And what a lot of people don't realize is the way you get good credit is kind of the way you grow a relationship with somebody. Any type of relationship with friends, family, with coworkers, right? So to get good credit, what do you have to do? Right? You have to pay your bills on time. You have to not borrow too much money at any given time. You have to not be closing your accounts, randomly. So it's the same with people. You have to put your time in with people. You have to check up on folks and just be vested in the relationship. And this applies to work in the workplace. So as the asthma lady, I've run the asthma program, and I've been doing this successfully for like 7 years, and I've collaborated with many other departments, community based organizations, uh, um, with other stakeholders and coworkers. So any asthma initiative, any new project that comes my way, I'm usually involved with other a bunch of other folks, right? So what it is that when it comes to leadership, I make this look very easy, but they don't realize how much time I invest in people. So what that means is I genuinely become interested in the person. Like I get to know the person. I spend a little time to know what's going on with them. I don't waste folks' time, and I highly respect their time. And so, and I create often win-win situations. It's like, listen, we all in it, we're not friends, because we're just getting to know each other's, but we are allies. Okay? So this has helped me a lot to know that, okay, well, allies are not friends, you know what I'm saying? So they're just working together to reach a common goal, right? So we all are winning. So anytime I want to execute anything, this is the route that I go, okay? And I'm going to give you an example of people knowing how to do this and folks that don't know how to do this. So let's call this person who who is a high level executive, um, high level executive. Let's call her Mrs. Appleby. Miss Appleby was overseeing a new project, a new initiative, a new asthma project, a new initiative. So she had a kickoff meeting. She had a kickoff meeting, and this kickoff meeting had the bomb sandwiches. I know Linda's talking about sandwiches again. If you listen to my last episode, I was talking about this coworker talking about me taking sandwiches and hiding them to give to my family because I'm frugal. But anyway, we solved that one already. So I told you I forgave her, whatever. All right. So anyway, moving on. I don't want to ramble. So boom. The sandwiches was amazing at this meeting. And to be honest, that's the main thing I remember about the meeting. So, but anyway, so Miss Appleby, she had all her slides and whatever. So at the end of the meeting, we all were like, okay, the initiative sounds good, easy enough. We all left the meeting. Everything was all good. Now, mind you, I don't see Miss Appleby until 3 months later. So Miss Appleby now, she comes to see me in my office. I guess she starts to visit these departments. Miss Appleby come in now. She's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm fine, whatever. She's like, oh, I just wanted to let you know that we need the report to do this new initiative is due tomorrow. And I need it by, the close of the day for tomorrow. And I looked at her and I'm like, what report? What report are we talking about? She's like, yeah, remember I sent the email after the meeting. And I'm like, the meeting? We 3 holidays done passed by. The lady never called, sent an email. She didn't stop by the office. And I have no idea what you're talking about. And so now she needs this report. And I'm like, the meeting, I think the ball dropped. And meaning it was the new year. So her meeting literally was last year. Last year was the meeting. And so I'm looking at her real confused, and I'm like, well, listen, I can't help you because I have a whole set of other things that I have due tomorrow as well. So, there's nothing there's nothing I can do for you. So now what she does is she does the flex. And if anybody knows what I'm talking about, when the executive, she's like, well, as the super duper executive of dun, 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 I need this by whatever. And I'm just like, I'm looking at her like, you barking up the wrong tree. She's like, yeah, that don't work for me. You're better off telling me, hey, Linda, you know what? I messed up. I dropped the ball. I'm really in a bind. Can you help me out? You're better off going that route than the position flexing the position. Right? So what happened? She sent out an email. She CC'd some folks, some higher ups, to all the other, myself and all the other department, the middle managers. And guess what? It did not get done. It still didn't get done. You played yourself. You played yourself already. You understand? And then she had another meeting that I could not attend. This is an asthma initiative. I could not attend the meeting. So she had to cancel the meeting. I'm like, oh, so I guess I'm important, right? So, start putting in your credit with me, right? So this is what I'm trying to tell you. So she did not have good credit with the departments that she needs to execute the project or this new initiative. Understand, folks, how this works. And a lot of people don't understand that bullying someone to doing the work or forcing them to do the work is not the way to go. It's really not. So here you have me. I'm a middle manager, and let's say my the asthma program, we rely on reports from other departments. I don't those departments, they don't report to me. So I don't have a lot of power over them. But what I do is I got good credit with them. Like I said, I genuinely care about them as people. So let's say Mr. Breadbasket, right? We're going to call him Mr. Breadbasket. He does a lot of reports for the hospital. All right? But what I do is every time I pass by the department to see anybody, I always go by Mr. Breadbasket workstation, and I check up on them. I'm like, hey, how's everything? Oh, you saw Hurricane Ida. How's your house doing? Everything's all right. Oh, I heard you had a flood. How was that? You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking to Mr. Breadbasket as a regular person. I'm not asking him for anything. I have this nothing that I need at that given time. So, so we going back and forth. I'm like, yo, you saw that show? We good. You understand? So it's not like, Mr. Breadbasket is not trying to get with me. I'm not flirting with him. Like, we just genuinely are interested in each other's well-being. So now, boom, it's time for a report, my report to come through. I go to Mr. Breadbasket and I'm like, listen, that time is here again. Can you do me a solid and help me out with this report? Mr. Breadbasket comes back to me. He's like, oh, Lynn, when you need the report? He's like, all right, you know what? I got to do these high level reports. But what I'll do is once I'm done with the two big ones, I'm going to hurry up and put yours through. Don't even worry about it. That's right. That's how I get it done. Yeah, I got good credit. You understand? And then, what I do is, Christmas time, roll up. I buy little chocolates for everybody here and there. What does that cost me? Nothing. And I go a little Walgreens, buy people some chocolate, put a nice bow on it. Hey, good looking. Thank you for looking out, for the asthma program. You have to appreciate folk. You got to show appreciation. Show that you're grateful for their time and their work. When I have a meeting, if I tell you the meeting is going to be an hour and I can get through the meeting in 40 minutes, we out in 40 minutes. And I done fed you, because I know people don't like wasting their time, and neither do I. Okay? Good credit with people. You understand? Know how this works. And so when I speak to folks, I see that a lot of people don't understand that this applies to work. When you want to push off anything, that's how you start. You start with creating a system where you are forming good credit with people, with coworkers, with managers, with supervisors, you're not you're just investing the time. This does take time, and it is a skill. All right. So I hope I helped somebody out there who's trying to execute something, and they don't go the okay, well, I'm in this position, you just have to do it. It's like, no, I mean, it's not gonna go the way you want. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. So if you have a story similar that you want to share an experience as just as a respiratory therapist, in any institution or whatever, we'll change the name of the institution. You don't have to, say exactly where you work, but we just want to share these stories where we can show that we are united and the different positions that we in, and we can share, what we do and how we're doing it. So, share your stories with RT Share T. That's RT Share TEA at gmail.com. And I'm so happy to announce that RT Share T has been placed on the 20 top respiratory therapists podcast. So we are number 8, and we just started. So we have so many more topics to talk about. So I'm so excited, and I thank you for listening. I thank you for the support. And I'm here every Wednesday. We're going to be doing this every Wednesday at 6 p.m. All right, guys. So thank you so much once again for listening to RT Share T with me, Linda Fry, the Asthma Lady. And I just want to say that remember to invest in yourself and to only compete with yesterday's version of you. Yeah, I can't say it any other way. All right, guys, thank you. Bye.